Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. Chelsea have won the Champions League. Manchester City, frauds of Europe, frauds of England, and Pep is a fucking fraud. Fucking have that. Have that, Pep, you fucking fraud. Sergio Aguero ends his career at Manchester City with a Champions League medal, but it's a loser's medal because Sergio Aguero is a loser. Aguero's a loser. Pep is a loser. Manchester City have lost the Champions League final. Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea have won. They all go home with gold medals. The link is in the chat for all of you to come on and have your say if you want. DC, disrespect to Aguero. Disrespect him as much as you want. Aguero is a fraud, as is Pep. Aguero, one of the worst strikers the Premier League has ever seen. He will go down in history as a fucking loser. Aguero is a loser. Pep will go down as a loser. But I want to hear from you. We have got some Chelsea fans probably going to come on at some point. They're a little drunk, though. Charles is definitely a little drunk. But if any of you want to come on, you don't even have to be a Chelsea fan, to be honest. I know United fans are delighted. But the link is in the chat. I will post it again, just in case it hasn't posted. I did post it, but StreamYard does this interesting thing where it doesn't post it. There you go. Link is that. Links are in the chat if you want to come on and have your say. Where are the Man City fans? Indeed, they are frauds. We've got Aaron here. What did Aguero do to you? He was a fraud. A big, fat fraud. That is what Aguero did to me. Nothing but a fraud. Being poo.
Oh, mate.
My Wi-Fi's being poo. That's what I like to hear.
I was going to say, I thought it was my end, not yours. What's happened to Niall's Wi-Fi? I think it's gone down. I think the show might be mine. Guys, I mean, what are you guys thinking? Comment down below what you're thinking right now, because I'm sure Shell's going to be absolutely amazingly drunk. But I don't think Chelsea fans care right now. They've won the Champions League over Man City. They're going to be over the moon. Man City have fraudulently claimed their guiltiness in this Champions League. Man City are done and dusted. Oh, it's me. Hello. Yeah, it's great. Obviously, we can't put the comments up because I'm not running this. But Velvet Swan says, "Come on, FSG, back club. We need to challenge next season." Charles is pissed, says Max. Aaron, it did last time. Yeah, no worries. Biggest fraud in world football on Twitch, says MR Poters 5000. Champions of Europe, baby, says Daniel. Gonna need Professor to come on, says MSC. Congrats, Daniel. Well deserved, says Velvet Swan. Pep is the biggest bowl fraud in the history of football. CFC Russ, I'm not even crying, I swear. You can cry all you want, pal. If you're crying or not, just cry if you want to. This is the time to do it. This is the right time to do it. Trust me, this is the Champions League final. I'm just covering for now until he gets back on with his Wi-Fi. But Pep is the granddad, Johnny. Yeah, man. But yeah, guys, just wait backstage until Niall comes back, and then he'll let you in, I'm sure, when you get there. But be patient backstage if you are already. But this is going to be a very interesting stream, guys. This is going to be very interesting indeed. I mean, you know, I mean, this is. I think even Chelsea fans predicted City were going to win this, but Chelsea have won this. Chelsea, I had £100 on them as soon as I saw Man City line up, and that's going to be one of the big talking points coming out of this. What did Pep Guardiola do to that lineup? Easy money, says Edgar. You've won it, mate. You've gambled and you've gone all in and you've won it. Thanks for this, bro. I'll try contact. No worries, Russ. No worries. It's all in the name of football punditry, being nice as a football pundit guy. But yeah, Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel have done it against Pep Guardiola. One of the big things to talk about after this game is the lineups. Pep Guardiola, what did he do to that lineup? Why did he go with no defensive midfielders? And that's what I talk about from my perspective. He had no sense defensive midfielders in that lineup. There's no assurity in the back line. It was unbelievably thick and stupid to do that. I'm literally trying to find my TV remote because I think the BT Sports stream is going to go off my thing any second. But yeah, Max is here. Daniel's here. We've got loads of Chelsea fans here. Mel's back.
Charlotte, video.
I don't see Pep lifting the Champions League. I see Tuchel because he is the best. We're the fucking champions of Europe. Any team. Let me tell you. We're champions of fucking Europe. Every other team is my bitch. Every other team is my bitch. Come at me.
Yes, Charlotte, come on.
Any Man United fan that was dissing me, telling me we weren't going to win. And what? What are you saying now?
Champions!
Blue is the colour.
Let's try and
what? RJ, I see you. Come at me.
Niall, I was just saying to the viewers while you were away.
Everyone's slow. Right, I'm gonna need my whiskey. I'm gonna need my whiskey.
I'm drinking vodka from a bottle.
That normally works. Jesus Christ. Right. Let's. I had more internet issues than Manchester City did. The trophies. Basically,
I was saying while you were down, while you were away, we were talking about Pep's weakness in the lineup, about how there was no CDM starting in that lineup. That's where we got to while you were away. I just held the fort while you were away.
Yeah, I hear that. I need to gain control because I've got a lot of people trying to get in the back, some of which are Chelsea fans. So we're going to quickly, Max, give me your thoughts, and then I'm going to have to get fresh this panel. I'm going to have to freshen up the panel. So Max, give us your thoughts quickly. Is Max there?
No.
He's dead.
If you're not going to be there, I'm going to have to. Max, are you there?
Just to clarify, can you please? There's comments in the
Guys. I have got plenty of people in the back. 1 minute. Guys.
There's comments that are really nasty about me. Someone's telling me, Charles, I always knew she had one. Charles, shut the fuck up. You're a bitch. Charles thinks it's all about her. Embarrassing. Please no. Come on. Guys.
Calm down, everyone. Right, I've got people that need to get in. So if you're not even talking, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to just kick you, because that's unfortunately how brutal it's gonna be. That is pretty much how it's gonna be tonight. But Lewis, give me your thoughts, and then I'm gonna keep the panel fresh. I'm trying to keep it to some Chelsea fans. So give me your thoughts, mate. What did you think of the game?
I mean, Chelsea probably are deserved winners, let's be honest. They weren't City were just not champions. I said it on screen. If you want to be Premier League champions, you have to play like it, and they didn't play like Premier League champions. So
Yeah.
They play.
No, I hear that. I do.
With Tableton tonight, so if you're not.
Yeah, I do hear that, mate.
You're not going to win things. So,
yeah. No, I hear that. I hear that. Cheers for coming on, Lewis. I'm gonna have to keep the panel fresh, and I'm trying to get as many Chelsea fans in as possible. But yeah, cheers for coming on, mate, and I will speak to you soon. RJ, you may have to control the technology because my side is acting like
I am playing foot champs at the moment, but yeah, don't worry, I will.
Well, that's not helpful. Get off foot champs. Get off foot champs and.
No, I'm winning 1-0 at the moment, so I have to win. Anyway. I'll take control. Don't worry, I'll take control.
Get on with what I pay you to do, even though I don't pay you. Professor, City fan, signal keeps breaking up, but I'll just come out and say, well done, Chelsea. Not going to make any excuses. City got it all wrong on the night. I'll not come on tonight. Allow the Chelsea fans to celebrate. If you want to come on and talk to me while your manager is a fraud, I'm more than happy to hear it.
No, the manager was a fraud. It's just that
that's why I said Pep. Well, no, Pep is a fraud. He didn't play with a holding DM.
No, Pep is a fraud.
Aguero is down as the worst. Aguero is going to go down as the worst striker in the history of football. He is worse. Sergio Aguero is worse than Danny Welbeck. Fact.
No, that's a bit
disrespectful. But no, I'm all about disrespect. People will know that. But yeah, Aaron, give me your thoughts on the game.
Wow, watching that, I mean, Jesus Christ. I was saying it while you were away on the internet search, well, on the Wi-Fi breakdown. I was saying that Pep got it all wrong with his lineup. I mean, not starting with any sense defensive midfielders. There's no assurity. There's a saying that you can be way too defensive, or you can also be way too attacking. He went into that all guns blazing, but didn't think about assurity. One thing that teams always need, and Chelsea broke that down on numerous occasions. I came on at the first half in Charles' stream. By the way, big up to Charles and the rest of the Chelsea fans. You deserve it tonight. I said in the first half, in my review of the first half, it was a cagey first 10, 15 minutes. Stones did not look comfortable. He looked like bloody Joe Wright in the Doncaster Rovers backline. He was nothing but comfortable today. Stones made 4 or 5 mistakes. If Werner had his shooting boots on, he could have scored 2 or 3. That was actually onside. He was actually onside for once. Chelsea had it all in the first half. City didn't make any change at the start of the second half. I said to people in my stream straight away, you should be bringing on Fernandinho and Aguero. You should be bringing off. I think Sterling should have come off at half time because I think Sterling just took way too many chances on when he was breaking. I think Sterling just took too many touches and he didn't. And this is what I'm worried about going into the Euros as well. And he's done this for ages. Aguero should have probably started the match, in my opinion. I think they should have started with at least Aguero. I think my opinion should have started. And I feel like City just didn't turn up tonight. But I think the only comfort City fans will find in this is you look at Liverpool on the night when they got beat by Real Madrid and how dejected they looked, like Salah and stuff like that. They came back a year later and won. So my message to City fans is look at your players' reactions. De Bruyne, when he came off injured, I feel so sorry for De Bruyne, by the way. Shout out to KDB. Hope you get well soon. I will get the scans on that in the next 48 hours probably. You look at the reactions to De Bruyne, Aguero, Bernardo.
Are you talking about a De Bruyne that went missing in another big match, but we won't talk about it because it's not Bruno.
I feel sorry for
Is this the player that's getting compared by Bruno Fernandes as well?
I just want to say, apparently he's the best midfielder in the world, and he went missing for quite a few games. Aaron, I'm going to try.
To be fair to him, he did lose to the Kings of Europe. I mean,
I hear that. I want to try and keep this flowing. Charles is probably drinking some more vodka. Slen, you're a Chelsea fan. Talk to me. What are the emotions tonight, apart from Pep as a fraud?
I feel nice. I wish this country didn't have a curfew past 10 p.m. because I would be celebrating outside there with some people. But
I hear that.
It's been it's been a long 9 years. We've been waiting. We've been waiting to get to another semi-final, and now we got into the final and won this shit. I said yesterday, this Pep Guardiola, he has a reputation of overdoing things or overthinking things. He did that today. He thought he will dominate Chelsea. He forgot that our coach is Thomas Tuchel, who is the best coach when it comes to Gegen pressing. And I told you yesterday, I said here, and I have to repeat again. I said we are going to score in the first half because City will be coming all out, and that lineup was shouting they were coming to attack us. And in the second half, they would try and equalize. Then we will hit them with another one to win 2-0. Pulisic tried to do that, but he shot wide. So I knew what was going to happen, and that is exactly what happened. Pulisic just decided, you know what? We can't show the world that Slen had the game plan, all the game plan written down. So I'm so happy, and it feels nice. It feels really good. And seeing those kids, like I was seeing a picture here of Tammy Abraham and Mason Mount lifting the UEFA Youth League 5 years ago, and lifting the bigger one right now makes it even huge and special for these kids. And I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of our team. I couldn't be happier seeing Roman Abramovich on the stands, and he loves clapping. Dude loves clapping. He can't jump up and down. Like since 2013, since 2003, he's been clapping all his life. Like he can't jump up and down. He just claps, and that felt nice.
I hear that.
And
I do hear that. I want to try and keep it fluid because there's plenty of people to talk. That's for sure. Wolf saying, why does RJ look like Fabrizio Romano today? Any explanation?
I don't know.
What's happening with Sanchez? What's happening with Sanchez?
Well, whatever he did to his hair, he made it.
That's actually made my day. RJ is Fabrizio Romano.
Here we go.
Daniel, talk to me about your emotions. What are you feeling right now?
I can't believe it. I still can't believe we've won this. I don't know what to say. I'm just proud of this team. So proud. And Foden, come outside. Come outside.
Oh, actually,
face about is clear, man.
To be fair, I thought Foden was the only City player actually trying. Hassan, what did you think of the game? I mean, City very rarely laid a glove on you, to be brutally honest.
Yeah, our defense stepped up. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna do a long speech, right? But ever since last Saturday, right, every night I had a dream. Uzda won the Champions League. Uzda won it. Every single day I woke up thinking we won the Champions League. Tomorrow morning is the day when it's official, man. I'm going to wake up knowing that I've won the second Champions League. Anyway, so I'm going to quickly say before, when we signed our players were performing. Rival fans hesitated, called us out, saying we signed a 45-year-old defender, Thiago Silva. We signed a flop, Havertz, Werner, this and that. But guess what? Who's came out with a big year cup? The 45-year-old defender. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Who scored that winner?
All the people that scored the winner. Yeah, exactly. The flop, apparently. The flop scored the winner. And can I say something as well? People said Foden generational. People said Foden over Mount. Where was he tonight?
To be fair, in Foden's defence, Foden was the only City player actually looking like he could do anything.
Yeah,
in his defence, but I don't care, bro. I'm just gonna be shameless tonight because we won it. We won it against them. I think you would as well if you were in our shoes. Think about this, right? Think about this. Imagine, right, going through the hustle of losing to Arsenal, losing to Leicester. You're getting bunted, spending 250 million, etc., and your team comes out with the European Cup. We've silenced everyone. Biggest club in London. That's all I gotta say. Biggest club in London.
Yes, Hassan, you keep saying that. Yes, Han, I appreciate that.
I'm so blessed, man. I could actually wake up tomorrow night. I could wake up tomorrow night.
Russ, talk.
Here's Gunnar Express as well.
Right, guys.
Girlfriends.
Thank you. So, Russ, talk to me. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I don't really know what to say, to be honest, man. I'm so as you could probably tell, I'm quite emotional this evening.
Well, that's good, mate. Thank you. Very good.
Just wow, what a team, man. What a team. We're like they were incredible tonight. Every single one of them players. Reece James, wow, what a fucking player that guy's going to be, man. Incredible. Mason Mount, Kante again with another world-class performance, and just wow,
he has completed football.
And can I say one thing, right? The same people that wanted him gone 6 months ago, there's people that wanted him gone. They're silenced tonight, man. They are silenced tonight. He's the best at what he does. No one can chat to me. He's the best at what he does.
I think we silenced a lot of people tonight in general.
Yep.
Big game player.
I don't think Werner's leaving after this.
Oh no, no one's leaving. Well, it's a few players are, and now where we got the attractiveness now. We won the European Cup. Now we can bring in players that we want.
Harry Kane, come to Chelsea now. Harry Kane, come now.
You know what the best thing is though for Chelsea fans? The best thing for Chelsea fans is the fact that when Arsenal sold Giroud and signed Aubameyang, they thought they were going places, and now Giroud's won an FA Cup, a Europa League, a Champions League, a World Cup, and a Premier League with Chelsea, and Aubameyang has won fuck all.
God's preach, Aaron, preach.
I mean, lads, you do have to take into consideration, right?
Keep preaching, man. Keep preaching, man.
Timo Werner's won more than Pierre Mertesacker.
Wait, lads, all I will say, right?
You know what?
Werner has won more than Aubameyang.
Charlotte, can I say something? You know what's
I want to preach even more, right? Coppinger's won more than Aubameyang.
Yes, Aaron! Yes!
The next time,
right? Kepa's lifted the UCL before Oblak and De Gea, man. Kepa's lifted.
I hear that. I do. Right, guys. Right. Reese, as a neutral, tell me what you thought of the game. Tell me what you thought. I've got more issues than you care to imagine. RJ, if things don't work, you are literally in charge, all right?
Okay. All right. Let's go.
So yeah, Reese, what were your thoughts? Tell me your thoughts.
Very happy, to be fair. Yeah. I think as the game went on, I kind of decided that I wanted Chelsea to win more and more. I think my voice is going up. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah. I'm well.
I don't know. No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, I mean, Chelsea absolutely outplayed them all over the pitch. I don't think one City player had a good performance, to be honest. But Pep got everything wrong: tactics, team selection, and Tuchel got everything right, and totally deserved it in the end.
I hear that. I do hear that. Who hasn't lost their voice?
I haven't.
People that probably should have.
Charlotte's also dumped 10 shots of vodka down her throat and is now drinking it.
Let me speak.
No, go for it, Charlotte. Go for it.
Yeah.
Ahí es fácil. Campeones, ole, ole, ole. Campeones, ole, ole, ole. We're the fucking champions of Europe. Come at me, any team that fucking doubted me. Come at me, I dare you, come at me. We are the champions of Europe. Pep fucked up again. Pep Fraudiola. Oh my God, yes. We are champions of Europe. Yes. Kante was incredible. Queen of the Kante Hive is back. Yes, you know. Chelsea with the new shirt, you know. Yes! We are champions of fucking Europe. I'm sorry, Man U, suck my dick. Any other
Arsenal fans as well. Arsenal fans.
I said it the other team.
Guys.
The other team suck my dick. Let me tell you, I'm so proud of my team. I am so proud.
I know. Guna, you've just witnessed your rivals picking up the big ears. They've done that twice now, and you've not done it yet. How does that feel? How does that feel?
You know them like insane asylum rooms where it's all padded down? Honestly,
you know where to go.
Honestly, put me in one because I think I'm gonna break something in a minute. Like, seriously, I want to cry. I want to break shit. I want to. You don't understand. Like, this is more painful than us losing the Europa League to them because we haven't won one of these things yet, and we're meant to be bigger. Our fans try and say we're bigger than Chelsea and we're this, and that. We haven't won one, and they've won two. They won two.
So are you saying that London is officially blue?
Wait a second, yeah. Any Arsenal fan that sits here and tries to protect the Cronkies, any Arsenal fan who tries to protect that dickhead of a manager that we have, and any Arsenal fan that said when Tuchel was available to be manager of Arsenal Football Club, they said, "No, we'll stick with Arteta." Go and fuck yourselves. Because you aren't Arsenal fans, you're twats. Because at the end of the day...
Technically, it's three, because you include the Europa League as well.
At the end of the day, I don't give a shit about the Europa League. At the end of the day, right, we're meant to be bigger. We're 13 league titles, invincibles. We haven't won one of these fucking things. And this dickhead team, who were just a train station in Fulham, have won two of them.
Can I just say something really nice,
I'm so pissed, And all I'm going to say is this, right? Arsenal Football Club, step the fuck up this summer.
I'm sitting
really
nice.
Chelsea Football Club will win 5 of these.
One minute.
Why are you mad, son?
Honestly, takes the piss, man. Like, it's not even the fact that they've won it. It's the fact that we haven't won it. And how can any fan say that London isn't blue? I don't care. Call me a negative Arsenal fan. Call me a top. I don't care. London is blue. End of story. They've won 2 Champions Leagues. 2 of them.
And we've
won 0.
I do.
We've been in one.
I'll tell you what, it takes balls to say that. So Aaron.
Honestly, fuck Chelsea, but fuck Arsenal as well. Fuck the Cronkies. Fuck Arteta.
God.
Fuck that dickhead of an owner. Seriously.
I hear that. I do hear that.
Can I please say something positive? Can I please say something positive?
Quickly. Yeah.
I just want to say, being a Chelsea fan, I have met all of you through being Chelsea. So I just want to say big thank you to everybody because actually you're all fucking legends. I wouldn't have met Russ without Chelsea. I wouldn't have met Niall without Chelsea. I wouldn't have met RJ without Chelsea. I wouldn't have met Aaron without Chelsea. I wouldn't have met Daniel without Chelsea. Slem without Chelsea.
I hear that, Charles. I've got a game. I've got a game for the people watching. Comment out of 10 how drunk you think Charles is right now. That is the game in the comments. So the game for the people in the comments is comment how drunk you think Charles is. But please either 1 minute. Please either like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on if you haven't already. See, Wolfer's got the right answer here. 100 out of 10.
I was going to say, can I multiply mine by 10?
Something like that, yes. But Laurie, you're an Arsenal fan. Chelsea have won 2 big ears. You're yet to win one. How does that make you feel?
Sick. Sick as a fucking parrot, mate. Sick as a parrot. Do you know what? They deserved it, though. If you watch the performance, they had City in the pocket. They did everything. They literally had City in the pocket. It was a Tuchel masterclass. I'm not going to discredit Chelsea. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. And this myth of London being red, white, whatever, it's fucking blue. It's as simple as that. It's not me sucking up, it's blue. and it'll be a while before it's red again.
Yeah, 100% Laurie. 100%.
Okay, we've lost the host.
Right. Okay. So, okay. So overall, let's have a question, right? So we'll start with Aaron. Who was your man of the match tonight, in your opinion?
Oh man,
there's only one. There's only one.
3 or 4 players to choose from, man. There's 3 or 4 to choose from, man. I could have given it. I could have given it to Conte, James, Mount. I could have given it to any of them.
Doesn't matter. You know it could be wrong. Just pick one.
Fucking good game.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna give my credit where credit is due. I'm gonna go with N'Golo Conte because he was all over that midfield today. He was in every single place, every single position on the pitch. He was like a shadow, just gracefully passing every pitch position every millisecond. He was all over the place, and he had the Man City midfield in his pocket. He's gonna go home and empty it. And Man City's midfield's gonna be in there. Conte deserves it, but I think a close second is James and Mount, and I think the rest of the Chelsea squad aren't too far behind.
Okay, Ross.
Do you know what? I'm actually going to say Reece James because he was fucking incredible tonight.
Yeah,
like, it was honestly one of the best fullback performances I've probably watched in a very long time. It was, for me, watching him tonight. All it kept reminding me of was Ashley Cole. I was just shuttling down time and time again, and even when he got beat, he recovered straight away. He was there. He was back on the ball. Incredible, and obviously Kante, amazing. Mount again, another special mention. But yeah, for me, Reece was incredible tonight.
Yeah, 110%. We'll go for. Sorry, lads, I just lost the order completely. Sen, who's your man of the match?
Kante. Kante is my man of the match. Although I have like 5 players, I can say they were man of the match. Like, we were that good. Every player was giving 110%, but Kante edges them all for me because he was everywhere and he was making tackles. He was making himself available in spaces to attack, and you just love to see it. Yeah. Yeah, so Kante for me.
Yeah, 110%. We'll go to Reece. Man of the match?
Yeah, Kante for me. Could have been Reece James, but I thought equally Sterling was horrendous. But obviously, you've got to give credit to where James has come in, and obviously he's a young player. He's had his questions put to him, but he did really well. Havertz was actually brilliant. Obviously, he got the winning goal in the end, but his overall play was really, really good. But Kante, I put a tweet out, in fact, saying that I think he's the best midfielder in the world. Based off that performance, I would say definitely. His consistency over the past 5-6 years is incredible. Obviously, you can say De Bruyne and stuff like that. Sorry, and stuff like that. But honestly, what a performance!
Yeah, fair enough. Can I just keep going now, or would you want to take over?
Yeah. Carry on going, then I'll ask some other questions after.
All right, Gunnar, man of match. I know it pains you, but who's the man of match?
Thomas Tuchel. Honestly, Thomas Tuchel, right? That guy has come in with 6 to 8 months, whatever it is. He's won a Champions League, something that Arsene Wenger couldn't do in however many years, right?
Yeah.
So once again, try and explain to me how it isn't the Cronkies, how it hasn't been the owners of Arsenal Football Club, why we haven't won one. But I will say with Tuchel, that last 20 minutes when he sat there jeering up them fans, jumping up like a... What can you say? That guy was absolutely incredible from minute 1 to 97, giving his tactics, shouting at his players when they do something wrong, getting the fans happy. Whereas Pep sat there doing nothing, playing no DM. How stupid actually are you? For me, Pep Guardiola has to be sacked. End of story. That performance, the Champions League final, sackable. They've won however many Premier Leagues now. That isn't enough for Man City anymore. If they have ambition, sack Pep, go and get Thomas Tuchel. End of story. Thomas Tuchel, man of the match. In terms of players,
do you know what? I don't
Reece
disagree with you, but that is a brave statement to make. A brave statement indeed. I
think all the five City fans will be angry.
On Igal's channel, I try to protect his decisions. You cannot protect that. I'm sorry, he has lost it. He overthinks things. He's literally Arteta, but a little bit better. That was Arteta performance today. I'm sorry, that wasn't Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
That was Mikel Arteta. Every single thing Arteta does wrong, Pep did today. Every single thing.
I mean, I hear you. I do. Ross, have you given your man a match?
I have, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's, Laurie's next.
Laurie, who's your man a match, mate?
Kante masterclass, man. For anyone who's saying, for anyone that's saying that Kante didn't have it anymore, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Keep quiet. Kante masterclass. Simple as.
I do hear that. I do hear that. Andrew, tell me your thoughts on the game, and then I have to give you a man of the match. Tell me the emotions going through your lovely body right now. What is going through?
Sensational. I don't know if every other Chelsea fan thought that was the longest second half I've ever watched in my life. I heard every single second, and I'm sure the other Chelsea fans on the stream, as soon as they put, I knew it would be a lot of injury time, but even when they put up 7 minutes, I was like, you know what I mean? It was like, you might as well put up 10. You might as well put up 10, you might as well whatever. But I could pick out so many players. I want to pick out three. And then it will lead up to man of the match. Reece James, performance beyond that young man's age, years. You know what I mean? I know what they say. Sterling might not have had a good season, but Sterling's still a threat. Even when he outpaced him one bit, he still kept back and he was solid. Azpilicueta, unbelievable Azpilicueta tonight, and he goes in for me. He goes into legend status at this club. He's won everything now. He's won everything you can win now. He goes into that was a cap. I've been criticising him this season. That was a captain's performance tonight. Absolutely brilliant. But N'Golo Kante, oh my god, the Kante triplets were all over that pitch tonight. All over that pitch tonight. It was unbelievable. He was doing this last month when he was fasting, but today he never stopped. He just never stopped. And he just never. It was sensational. He's stopping attacks, starting attacks, and build that man a statue. He goes into legendary status at this club as well. He's just unbelievable now, and he's 30, and all I want to do is clone him. I want to clone him. And just so we can keep them in storage, and so he doesn't have to, unbelievable. And Kai Havertz as well, led the line very well, and Ben Chilwell excellent. And can I just say, that's probably one of Edouard Mendy's easiest games this season, and it was a Champions League final. Imagine saying that. Champions League final is one of your easiest games this season, because they did, for all the possession they had now in that second half, we had the better chance with Pulisic.
We'll get into City
unbelievable,
because I've got a lot of questions to ask about
two-time champs.
I do want well, obviously we've spoken a lot about Chelsea, and Charlotte is either laying down on her sofa or passed out. One of the two. She did do 10 shots of vodka because she'd rather do 10 shots of vodka instead of 10
so an easy Saturday night for her then. No problem.
I'm not sure if it's quite easy for her, but I want to talk City. How diabolical was Pep today? And how much of a fraud is that wanker?
Disrespectful.
RJ, we'll start with you. How much of a fraud and a wanker is Pep?
You Mickle in disguise? Are you Mickle in disguise?
I mean, look, I'll say this now. I even predicted this. I even look.
Mm-hmm.
When I was talking about Pep Guardiola, I mentioned last season when he lost to Leon.
Yeah.
When he changed to back three, he did fucking horrendous, and that's the reason why he lost. Pep always tries to make things about himself, and I think tonight he just did that. But no, to be fair, fair play to Chelsea. Also, I didn't also say that, to be fair. But you know, as for Pep Guardiola, I mean, look, this man, like, he's had the whole wage of fucking the Saudi prince, like for the last 3 years, and he has not won the Champions League. But I know it sounds crazy, but I kind of agree with Gunnar Express. To be fair, I think if Man City actually want to win something, they have to get rid of him now, right? Champions League, to be fair, because domestically, domestically it does not matter. Like I said, it's like League One, right? You can be the greatest manager in League One. If you cannot win the Champions League with Kylian Mbappe and Neymar, you do not deserve to have that job. Not hope.
Yeah. I thought you were, for a second then, I thought you were on about my League One. I was just about to say, we should be winning no Champions League. Aaron, do you agree with that? Should Pep be sacked? I mean, it seems absurd to be saying such a thing, but should Pep Guardiola, the worst manager in English football, be sacked?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I think there's a thinking process behind this. It's so ridiculous to think this, but like, by the way, just to give you a bit of context here, in the last few days, Fabrizio Romano came out, or in the last week or so, Fabrizio Romano came out with Pep's statement and said that it looks like win or lose, he's not going anywhere. I think he even said in the press this week or the past week, if he won the Champions League, he wasn't going to go anywhere. So he's not going to go anywhere anyway. But if Man City want to win the Champions League and they want to dominate Europe, like United have done, like Chelsea could do now, like Liverpool did, like Arsenal have never done, like Nottingham Forest did 2 times in the 80s. If they want to dominate Europe and Pep's not giving them the trophies, then maybe it might be time to get rid of Pep Guardiola, because what Pep Guardiola's done, he's built a domestic harmony, but a European bottle job. That is the way Pep Guardiola's done City at the minute. If I was being realistic, I would give him 1 more year to win the Champions League. If he doesn't win it, bye-bye, Pep. Go ask for your Barcelona job back.
Wait, Aaron, can I ask a question quickly? I know we're stuck on time, but if they sacked Ryan, would you agree with this statement, right? If they got rid of Pep, right, and they brought in Conte, do you think they'd actually win the Champions League in the first season? I personally think they would.
No, Conte's no. Conte, no. Conte's European record is trash. Absolute trash.
No, I understand, but look, you look at the roster he used to have. I mean, Inter, he did not have anything for Inter, right? He had literally started Ashley Young week in, week out. That's how bad his squad was.
But he wanted Ashley Young. He wanted.
I know, but like he wasn't going to get some world class back.
I don't think Conte. The problem is Conte and Chelsea fans will know this. Conte is extremely intense. Yeah? And you know the problem? The problem is, right, at the moment, City are showing us publicly that they are willing to spend, but only to a certain limit. Yes? He wants more and more and more, as proven with his stints with us and Inter Milan. And we weren't able to give them that. He will win them a league, no doubt. But in Europe, I think he has got a terrible record. With Juventus, with us, and with Inter Milan, an absolute terrible record. And I just think he's not the wrong. I think Pep gives it 1 more season. This season coming up, depending on who they spend on. If they bring Harry Kane in, if they bring Harry Kane in, he'll go 1 more season. If he can't do it, he's going to probably walk away and not fulfill his contract.
I don't agree. I think Pep is a fraud. But Slen, should the BTEC Mikel Arteta be sacked? That is the question.
No. Why? Not because I want him to be a success at City. I want to see competition in the Premier League. And if he goes, whoever they'll get, he will have a good season next season. Then he'll be sacked the next season. And the whatever will continue. I just want to see that quality managers in the Premier League, where like you have like when we have 10 games in a weekend, you have like 6 games you're looking forward to because you're going against 2 players, maybe two coaches who are very good tactically, and you have something to look forward to. So I want him to stay.
But is he good tactically? He has shown on multiple occasions at the biggest stage of them all. He got out-tacticked by all of them.
Come on, he lost Monaco a few years ago.
The only reason this forward is doing so well in the Premier League is look at the fucking competition this year. It was Manchester United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Season.
The competition that Pep has had in the Premier League this year is a midfield pivot of fucking McTominay and Fred. Like, fucking come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like,
right.
If there was some real
in that same season, did it even get Europe in their domestic league?
Exactly.
That's how shit they were.
If there was some real talent in that team, like that's the thing. I don't think he is a good manager. I actually think that this man responds well to lots of players. That's how I see it. I hear that.
Thinks things too much, man. For me, I was watching Arteta tonight. I was not watching Pep Guardiola. That was Arteta.
Yeah.
Every single thing I criticise Arteta for, he did tonight. Everything.
I hear that. Well, we know what Gunnar thinks. He absolutely should be sacked. Russ, should Pep the forward be sacked? That's the question.
It's such a hard one because, can you sack
to be
a manager?
fair, that is what Ashley Wet says. That is a hard one. I believe that's what Ashley Wet says on a regular basis.
Christ.
I mean, can you sack a manager who's winning you league titles that often? But at the same time, when you look at that Man City squad, you should win the league with that squad. Anyone should come in and win the league with that squad.
On that point, sorry to interrupt, but you say that can they sack him for winning league titles? They sacked Tuchel for doing that in Ligue 1.
Yeah, no, I'm aware, but he fell out with the board, and obviously Pep is tight with the owners. They're happy with him, but like I say, anyone should be able to walk into that team and win the league with them, because the quality of that team compared to any other team in the league is levels ahead. It's miles ahead. So realistically, winning the league title should be the minimum expectation for them. And it's difficult because Pep, obviously we're seeing it time and time again. He overthinks things at the biggest stage, at the biggest moments. And he did it again tonight. I mean, no CDM, no cover for your defenders in a Champions League final. I just, what's going through your head when you decide not to have any cover for your defenders in a Champions League final? All right, I know Chelsea are not the most fruitful attacking team right now. Most of our games are won by 1-2 goals. But either way, you are in a Champions League final and you are playing with no defensive midfielder and not even anyone who can really step into that role if need be. There's not any midfielder in that lineup tonight that you think, if the time comes, they can drop back and help the defense. Who's doing that job tonight? Because I don't see anyone in that lineup who's doing that job. And we see it time and time again from Pep. And that was the only thing that I was hoping and praying for leading up to today, was that Pep would once again overthink it and fuck up his lineup. And if we're being brutally honest, that's exactly what he's done. We
always hear that, don't we? Max saying, "Can I join again?" Yes, you can join again. We've gained a little bit more control over my Wi-Fi and the stream, basically.
Some breaking news from Romano.
One minute. I frankly couldn't give less of a shit right now. To be brutally honest with you, Reese, should Pep be sacked? If not, why?
I think it's fairly straightforward for me, and it would be no. and that's not from a Liverpool point of view. I think it's simply because there's no one better than him out there, and you can't really sack a guy that has got them from. Obviously, they still had a great team before Pep, but they weren't dominating the league. Other than, last year they lost Company and they struggled to really figure out what to do with their couple of centre-back injuries. And there's always that 1 year period that it's fine to have. That's what we're having this year with injuries. Fucking hell, my voice.
One quick question: How have you lost your voice?
I've just developed some throat thing within the past couple of days.
I thought you. I
in the
thought
past
you were
couple
cheering.
of hours developed into my voice. Literally
I
since
thought
I
you'd
joined
been
this, my
cheering
voice
on Chelsea.
started going.
I thought
I was fine during the match.
Just admit it, Reece. You were cheering Chelsea on all night, and now you lost it.
Yeah,
And all the
I did
screaming.
a little bit. To be fair,
He
I
was
did a little
running
bit.
around his living room going,
I mean, to be fair, the Etihad is over there. Like I can see it from my window, which is right
I bet
there.
you never hear
So
anything
I
from it,
kind
though,
of
do
want to
you?
go over there and just shout a lot of shit, but evidently I can't. So
There won't be
going
anybody
back to
there
the
anyway.
Pep stuff,
They've got no fans.
obviously he's got them playing different type of football to what they've seen before, and the level of depth that he's got. It's just the whole overthinking stuff which baffles me, because all of us sort of thought, surely he won't do it again, the same as he did against Lyon, the same as he's done pretty much every year, because this is the final. It's like, this is the one time, just go with what you know. He literally dropped his DM and his captain for the biggest game in their club's history. Baffles me. But
it's a mad one.
Straightforward, I don't think they can really sack him just because no one better.
To be fair, anyone probably wins the league with City right now. They've got pretty much world-class players in every position. Andrew, before we go to Charles for this question, because I feel like she's going to enjoy this one quite a bit. Should the worst manager in Premier League history be sacked?
Yes, I should.
Do you know what? I couldn't really give a fuck. I don't care.
You just won a Champions League. You don't give a shit.
I just don't care. You know what? I'll read what his excuses were yesterday about overthinking it again, because he has ballsed up again. He's ballsed up again. He thinks he's smarter than everyone else. His arrogance. And like I said earlier, I think he'll give it, depending on who they bring in. If they bring in Harry Kane, I think he'll give it one more season to try and get them the Champions League. And if he doesn't,
he did put his statements on the City website.
I think if he doesn't win it next season, he doesn't fulfill the rest of his contract. I think he'll think, I've tried. I've given it 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 seasons.
6, yeah.
6 seasons.
Oh, God.
I just don't think he'll go on anymore, and he'll take another sabbatical.
It's a fair shout. It's a fair shout. Charles, should the worst manager in European history be sacked?
Yes.
Talking about Arteta.
As far as I'm concerned, I mean, what are you talking about?
He managed like Arteta tonight.
Arteta, Klopp, or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Which one are you talking about?
Pep.
Yes. 10 years since he's been over the Champions League final, and he couldn't perform, he couldn't finish it, he couldn't do anything. So yes, I personally think that this was his big moment. I mean, he had Aguero's final game to kind of prove himself, and he did fuck all. So why should I give him another chance? Absolutely no reason why I should give him another chance, apart from the fact that he's a prick, a twat, a dickhead, a fraudiola. I mean, bit of a dickhead, to be honest. So no, I have no sympathy. If he wants to go cry himself a river, he can go cry himself a river. But I have no fucking sympathy.
I may or may not have set a trap for Gabby on Twitter. I said should City sack Pep? His response, spot on. Changing your system in a Champions League final, subbing off their best attacking threat, Bernardo, was a disgrace. I'll take you back to a Europa League semi-final where Arteta changed his system.
Exactly.
Subbed off Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang after hitting the post.
Yeah.
So thank you, Gabby. You fell straight into my trap, you fucking dickhead.
Even when I put the breaking news in the private chat.
Even when I've had a couple of drinks in me, I'm still smarter than most people. This better be good breaking news, or I swear to you.
No,
well, Thiago Silva signing.
It's just a bit of extra positivity for Chelsea fans. Thiago Silva is signing his brand new contract till 2020.
That was pretty much well-known news. Like he
I know it's well
wanted.
news, but Romano has now confirmed it.
Yeah, I don't think many Chelsea fans were too bothered because he was always going to stay. It was a matter of when he signed that contract, not a matter of if. So I appreciate I appreciate the Romano news, but I frankly couldn't give less of a shit, to be brutally honest with you. Before we wrap up,
can I say one more thing, Niall?
Go for it, Russ.
About Pep. The same thing that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, which is that it's taken Guardiola 10 years to get to another Champions League final and over £1 billion. Thomas Tuchel has had 6 months and not a single one of his own signings, and he's done it. So what does that tell you about Pep? You know, Thomas Tuchel hasn't brought in a single player that he has chosen, and he has won a Champions League within 6 months.
It's a little over it's a little over 5 months since he joined.
There you go.
Little over 5 months. He's outclassed. He's out tactic and outclassed Pep 3 times in a row.
3 out of 3.
In 3 different competitions. Yeah, 3 different competitions. Yeah. Listen, and you know what? Our form going into this Champions League final has been the worst form under Tuchel. Yeah, the worst form. You're talking about limping in, not even limping into the Champions League fourth spot, being dragged in there by dead asses by Spurs and Gareth Bale on the last day. You're talking about a wonder strike against a goalie can't save long shots, the FA Cup final, and we just didn't turn up, and that's our issue. And then losing to Arsenal, but every single one. I told you this now. This team at this moment, and I want it to change. The mentality of this team plays better when we're underdogs, and it showed it tonight. Everyone's saying City was going to. Majority of people said City were going to win this. Probably even majority of Chelsea fans thought, okay, we have a shot, but we're going to have to play our bollocks off. And you know what? Okay, they had a lot of possession and they got near our box, but they got shut down. You shall not pass, Gandalf style. All right?
One shot on target.
Yeah, one shot on target.
Manchester City.
Mendy had the
shot on target.
Mendy didn't have to make a decent save tonight. He didn't have to make a decent save. Yeah, he's had tougher games in the league than this. Tougher games.
The so-called best team in the world right now, and we limited them to one shot on target.
And Russ,
97
we had
minutes.
they had all that possession, Russ. We had the better chance in the second half.
Yeah,
Pulisic should have scored, man. That's when I thought that with a combined 7 minutes of injury time, I thought, no, they're gonna grab it here. Something's going on here.
No, that was
credit to the
longest
referee.
7 minutes of my life.
No, credit to the referee as well. Can I just say this? And a brilliant referee let a lot of things go, which I like. Yeah, because sometimes these referees, when they get a final, they like to be in the limelight a bit, yeah? Some of them. But this referee, he had a brilliant game. And if you watch him, he got his medal. He was crying. Referee's crying at the end. I don't know what he's crying for. He was crying as well. But
Premier League needs to take note of the referees.
As a referee myself, former now, I probably had a really good game. But Professor, you are a City fan. We're just discussing why Pep should be sacked. Got anything to add on?
Sorry, can you say that again?
I said we're just discussing why Pep should be sacked from Man City. Do you have anything you wanted to add on that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Broker, 1-9er. Broker, 1-9er.
I swear.
He's wiping the tears from his eyes because his shit team lost another final.
To be fair, it started with me having some of the worst Wi-Fi issues I've ever encountered in my entire
No connection.
life.
No connection. Just like City's attack. No connection.
Okay. Professor, are you there?
Great. The professor's not showing up.
Just his team having a mare tonight.
It's not showing up.
The professor is out of the lab.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of a question that I'll ask before I wrap it up. Egg the same referee as a twat. I thought he had a good game. Oh God, let me guess.
What I will say,
fucking breaking news.
No, what I will say is I think the professor isn't connecting because he's failed his Man City experiment, bringing in Pep and bringing in brand new players. I think the experiment's starting to fail now.
I hear that. I've got a question. Thomas Tuchel, he's actually out of contract at the end of next season. Who would like him to sign a 3-year deal right now?
Me.
Well, as a neutral, because I want to see someone else win the Premier League.
Get Lampard back. He's not a legend.
He's fucking gone from
Lampard's going to Palace
to absolute cult legend. He's a fucking belter. Who the fuck doesn't want him to sign again? You bunch of pricks. Let me tell you, anyone that doesn't want him to is a fucking prick.
Ross, what about you? He's out of contract at the end of next season. I think it'll be the most.
Not really bothered, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah. It's only a man. It's only a man that wants. It's only a man. It's only a man that's
in the words of Rio Ferdinand, get the contract out, let him write what he wants on it, put it on the table, sign it. Tuchel's at the fucking wheel.
Yes, Ross.
I hear that. Sen, what about you? Tuchel out of contract at the end of the summer, end of next summer, that is. How many figures, basically, how many zeros should be put on his contract?
As many as you can write.
Give him.
Oh, fuck me, another person with more internet issues. Fuck me.
It's the professor again. He's trying to connect back to his laboratory, but unfortunately the experiments have failed.
Let's let him talk, and then we'll try and get Man City's reflection on this.
So I was saying, we should give him another 2-year contract and see what he does. Give him a DM. Give him another right back. Give him another centre back. Give him a striker. Then we'll see what happens.
I heard that. Professor, can you hear me? This is trying to talk to fucking.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Excellent. Yes, we can hear you and you can hear me. That's what we like to hear. We were talking earlier about why Man City should sack Pep Guardiola, or shall I say Guardiola?
I got that.
I'm not even joking. I genuinely think he should be sacked. But what's your opinions? Because let's be real, you've had no challenge in the Premier League this year, and you won it because you've got one of the best insane squad depths I've ever seen in the history of the Premier League. Any manager could do what Pep's doing at City, including bottling finals. But what's your thoughts? Should City sack him and bring someone in who's less of an overthinker, might just approach a final in a normal way?
I'm not really sure any manager could just come in and do what he did, but if
you are you joking? Have you seen your squad?
I think I was just about to say, in terms of domestically, I think they definitely could. In fact, you could give me the keys to the Etihad, and guess what? I win you trophies.
You could put Kepa in charge of that squad, and he'd win the Premier League.
I'll make a call to Sheikh Mansour in the morning, and we'll
do it, mate.
Sort that out,
absolutely. In fact, I'll make you a deal. I'll probably win you a treble. Looking at your insane squad depth, it might be a domestic treble, but Man City count any sort of treble. I'm not even throwing salt there.
Look, in terms ultimately, I'm not going to make any excuses. I don't know why he went for tinkered with the squad yet again. I don't know what you make a gamble if you make a gamble when you put out your strongest team and you're losing at half time. That's when you make a gamble, not at the start of the game. I don't know what happened, but alas,
do you think he should be sacked though?
With the PhD, not perhaps.
I don't think, and look, everyone knows that I think a bit of a wanker and is actually not as good as people make out. Do you honestly see him winning a European trophy at Manchester City with the way that he approaches these games, making it all himself, tinkering with shit that he doesn't need to do? He did it with Leon last year. He's done it with Chelsea today.
Sure. This is how I see it. I mean, first of all, he's not going to get sacked. It would be ridiculous to sack him because of that. What might happen is, City clearly are going to spend big, getting a striker, maybe other signings. They're going to ship out a few people. And they're just probably going to sit down and have an honest chat with Pep and just say, where do you see yourself with this club in 2 or 3 years' time? And, ultimately, if they're going to be spending that kind of money and he's not going to be there in the long term, which he's always said he never was going to be, then, I don't, if he wanted to go now, that would be up to him. I wouldn't want him to go. I think got it wrong on the night, it happens, those things happen. Someone's got to win, someone's got to lose.
That's twice in Europe that he's decided to fuck about.
Well, what can we say?
Do you think him bringing in a world-class striker is going to make that much of a difference, considering he has had Aguero?
Mm-hmm.
And he still couldn't win the Champions League with Aguero, arguably one of the best Premier League strikers of all time.
Not as good as Chris Wood.
To be fair, Aguero now isn't Aguero of 5 years ago.
No, but he had him 5 years ago, and he didn't win the Champions League then either.
No, but the squad wasn't the same then.
It's not.
It was still good.
He's had a good version of Aguero.
Okay, I'll ask this question. Should Man City have beaten Lyon last year? Right. Now, why didn't they beat Lyon last year?
I can't tell you that. I'm not Pep Guardiola.
I can.
The answer is Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, I'll tell you the answer to the question. Basically, he went to a 3 at the back, which he had never done ever at any of his clubs. So that's why you lost to Lyon. Why did you lose tonight? I can tell you. You didn't have a DM in that midfield. You lost the midfield battle. That team, like Cancelo on the bench and Kyle Walker playing. That is the stuff I would try on football. That is the stuff I would try on Football Manager, let alone in a Champions League final. Like Kyle Walker is dead food. Dead food. Cancelo is one of the best there is. Like for me, where does City go now? I mean, his whole job was to win the Champions League, and he hasn't done that.
I'll just respond because the professor's Wi-Fi is playing up. He did write in the chat that dropping Fernandinho was absurd and that Sterling didn't justify getting a start.
Yeah. Look, for me, Pep messed up big time. His future is definitely, for me, needs to be looked at. It does need to be looked at. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit, Aaron. We're going to end it there anyway because I'm going to go chill out and enjoy the rest of my evening. Russ, hold on. He will most likely stay one more season and will leave regardless. I think he should leave right now. In fact, if I was Sheikh Mansour, I'm packing his bags for him. To be brutally honest, if I'm Sheikh Mansour, I'm packing his bags. I'm getting the cleaners to clear out his office, and I'm telling him never to come near my club again. And back in the history of play. God knows. Why? Who's listening to? Is that Slen? Right, so that was Slen. Slen's like half asleep anyway. We're gonna end it there. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Andrew is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as you can see. Daish, hello, Professor. It brings me sad news. Pep has been kidnapped. We don't know where he has gone. But great news. I'm City's new manager. Up at Chelsea. Sorry, I mean up at Oil Club. Yeah, I mean Pep should go. In my opinion,
even City aren't paying 20 million to buy you out, Dice from Burnley. Not on that.
But please leave a like on the video. Go check out our socials. Let's Talk Premier League on Twitter and Let's Talk EPL. Let's Talk EPL on Twitter and Let's Talk EPL _ on Twitter, Instagram. But Slen, where can they find you apart from falling asleep?
I'm not falling asleep. I'm actually watching the game again. Like I'm looking from down here, so my earlids are like, I don't know. Don't even know what I'm trying to explain. So they can find me here every time we have a Champions League final. I think that will be next season. Every game will be feeling like Champions League final. And they can find me on Twitter at Slenstrans. They can find me on Instagram at official Slen. And at the Shed and on Instagram.
Perfect. Perfect. Russ, where can they find you, mate?
At CFC_Russ on Twitter, and generally talking a lot of shit on this channel right here. So subscribe to this channel.
This is true. I also chat shit. Pep is a fraud. Professor,
change it to Let's Talk Shit.
Well, technically not, because technically calling Pep a fraud is not shit. It's a factual statement.
No, just we should have a show that's just called Let's Talk Shit.
Well, that's a good idea. Well, I could call it Let's Talk Pep. Maybe we'll have a Let's Talk Pep series coming up where we talk all things shit, including him as a football manager. Professor, if you are there, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me being miserable in a ditch somewhere, but other than that, just find me at Professor Wigglysoft on Twitch.
Yes, I hear that. All the oil money still can't buy you European success. I hear the pain. Andrew, where can they find you?
All over the place. But you can all... that's my Twitter handle. Links to channels on there, on this channel, on Charlotte's channel, on Bits and Bob's channel. And I don't know where I'll end up over the bank over the weekend, so you know.
That's fair. And Reese, where can they find you?
Over on Twitter at LFC_Reese, on TikTok Reese_JB, and also outside the Etihad, laughing at them for not being able to win a Champions League. If I can fucking say it.
I do hear that. Oh, there's an interesting video here. I wonder what this is.
Twice!
Good game, that.
Was he talking about how many times Chelsea have won the Champions League?
Yeah. Well,
he's talking about the 3 times he's been beaten by Tuchel in a row. That's why he went like that.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I didn't know why that was there. I just thought I'd play it, but oh dear. My bad. Pep is a fraud, but Chelsea have won the Champions League. Man City, even with all that money, still can't buy themselves European success. They have the same amount of Champions Leagues as Plymouth Argyle. Have a little think about that, guys. Manchester City have the same amount of Champions Leagues as Plymouth fucking Argyle. Have a little think about that. Just have a little think about that. A little bit of context. When all the money went into the Etihad, Argyle were going into administration. We've come out of administration, been promoted twice, relegated once, changed our managers 5 times, and in that time, Man City still haven't won a Champions League. So I'm just going to leave it on that one. That's actually quite an interesting fact that will be going on my Twitter in about 5 seconds' time. Enjoy that one. Congratulations to Chelsea. Their second Premier League Champions League title. Maybe it just looks good in dark blue and not light blue. But we'll be back tomorrow. Transfer talk at 1:30 if I'm awake. But we got a League One playoff final at 3 p.m. So we'll be We'll be covering that one.
Oh yeah,
live stream. We're only like 53 views away from 1K for our championship one.
What are
was
you
quite
people
massive.
doing? If you watching this, haven't subscribed, subscribe.
No, I meant views for one of our videos, not subscribers.
Oh, right, sorry.
Jesus,
Well, they should still subscribe.
I wish we were 53 away from 1K. That would be quite a magical one. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.